You know, it seems like everyone and their dog is into throwing big product announcement events these days. And today, it's OnePlus's turn in New York City. And they sponsored my trip out there to check it out. Thanks, guys. But you might have noticed that instead of this video being thrown together slapdash on the show floor, I am at home in Canada with my very own OnePlus 6T to unbox and show off. That's because OnePlus had the good sense to mail me one early so I could take my time. Thank you, smart people over there. So I'm gonna grab a coffee and then have a look at what's new with the OnePlus 6T. One of the first things you'll notice about the 6T is that the matte glass back has no fingerprint sensor. Just a OnePlus logo under the two lenses that house the same hardware as last time around with some software tweaks. That is because the 6T has one of the most hotly anticipated features of the year, an under-screen fingerprint sensor. It's really cool. It's fast, the little animation makes it feel kind of futuristic, and I know I don't speak for everyone, but I've always preferred fingerprint scanners on the front of the device versus the back because I like being able to use them even when they're resting on the table. And this implementation lets you do just that, and that's without having a thick, hardware button-equipped chin bar below the screen. OnePlus also told me that my preview of their Oxygen OS doesn't have it yet, but if you continue to hold down the scanner after the phone has been unlocked, they're adding a customizable app shortcut bar that will pop up. Nice. So the under-screen reader is pretty sweet and closely related to the next head-turning aspect of the 6T, the notch, or the notch. Oh, that's terrible. But it's justified because it's been considerably shrunk down since last year, increasing the screen-to-body ratio more than 2% and also making OnePlus's approach among the least obtrusive designs that I've seen, despite still packing in the front camera and the 3-in-1 ambient light, color temperature, and distance sensor. Making matters even better, in typical OnePlus fashion, you do still have the option of turning off the AMOLED pixels beside the notch and just pretending that it isn't there. Though, I mean, by now, so much of the notification bar is preserved that I actually can't say that I recommend doing that anymore. Now, I would still prefer some kind of magic camera under the screen or something like that. Maybe that'll come in the future, but for the time being, this approach makes way more sense to me than the completely panoramic designs that exist now, like Oppo's Find X or Vivo's Nexus. They're really slick, but the mechanical action that they rely on to function smoothly in the long term is still unproven at best, especially after the device has been, dropped a few times, which, well, Speaking of dropping stuff, also new with the 6T is Corning's next generation Gorilla Glass 6. Now, Gorilla Glass 5 was designed to withstand one big sumo-grade drop from selfie height, and we actually saw OnePlus's internal validation of these claims at their factory earlier this year. But the new glass is meant to do that, plus withstand multiple smaller drops, surviving up to 15 drops from a height of 1 meter in Corning's own testing. Not that everyone wants to take the risk, so fortunately, there's a couple more safety accessories in the box, and I have to say, it's a pretty nice unboxing experience overall. The phone has a screen protector pre-applied, and there's a transparent condom-type case. Then, there's two items you won't even find in the box of a $1,500 iPhone XS Max. A fast charging capable wall charger, and a USB-C to 3.5mm audio dongle. Honestly, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed is all. You were supposed to be the chosen one. The phone for Android enthusiasts who don't have $1,000 to spend on a Pixel 3 XL. First, we had that little incident with the wireless headphones, and then found these in your dresser drawer. You're making USB-C headphones now? On the software side, the 6T has the new Oxygen OS 9 based on Android Pie, and as always, it is one of the best OEM Android implementations, only deviating from stock Android to give you meaningful customizations. I'm a really big fan of their quick launch gestures, like the 3-finger screenshot. Oh, yeah, let's do that one. Whoop. Ooh, look at that. Or drawing an O to launch the camera, or an M to launch maps, or whatever app it is that you set up. And what's really cool is that they make even more sense now, because once you're eventually asked to unlock the device, boom, your fingerprint sensor's right there. You don't even have to reposition your hand to hit it. Nice bonus. So overall, 6T is looking like a really nice upgrade, especially considering the price. There's still no formal IP water resistance rating, which I would have liked to see, but we get a 500 milliamp hour battery capacity upgrade, which thanks to Oxygen OS's efficiency should be a huge boost in actual usability. We get a slightly larger 6.4-inch display, increasing the pixel count ever so slightly, and taking the aspect ratio from 19:9 to 19.5:9, and we get 6 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of storage on the base model now, up from 64 gigs last time around. And all of that is for an extra $20 US. Then, on the high-end model, the RAM and storage stay the same, but for the first time, OnePlus isn't shifting their pricing up with the new generation. So as long as you're willing to bid farewell to your collection of wired headphones, there's not much here to not like. So thanks to OnePlus for sponsoring this video. Thanks to you guys for watching. If you disliked this video, you can hit that button, but if you liked it, hit like, get subscribed, and maybe consider checking out where to buy the stuff we featured at the link in the video description. Also down there is our merch store, which has cool shirts like, okay, we don't sell house coat. We should get a house coat. We should get a house coat. Cool shirts like the ones I usually wear, and our community forum, which you should totally join. I'm in New York. Hey, I'm walking here.